Yo, what is good? All my beautiful subscribers, how are you all doing? Welcome back to another beautiful live stream. Saturday night, guys, the big night. Saturday night, guys, the big night. And we're here live streaming. If you guys have any requests, drop it in the description, guys. Drop it in the comments. No moderators, except myself, of course. I don't need a moderator, guys. Moderators need me. I don't need a moderator. They need me. A moderator needs me. I don't need a moderator. So, today we're going to be reacting to Patrick Bet David, the dark strategy for taking the presidential candidates down. Probably going to be pretty wild that tonight, guys. And we're going to be reacting to a bunch of different news stories. Limerick Brothers, Kyle Hayes and his brothers should be in jail, but in fact they got awarded a GAA All-Star. Despite convictions, they're All-Stars. Go figure, guys. Money rules and everything else, you know what I mean, just does nothing. If we have enough time, we'll do some MrBeast. But let's get straight on to the Patrick Bet David segment. I just want to leave a little comment in the comment section. If you guys have any questions or anything, man, drop a comment. Go show some love. Elizabeth Murray, hi. What's up, Elizabeth Murray? Much love. We'll probably be reacting to some Irish content today. You know, if you guys have any suggestions about anything. I actually got the 100K subscriber plaque, my YouTube subscriber plaque, which I'm very, very proud of. And I'm gonna be doing a live stream of that probably Monday night, guys. So stay tuned Monday night for a live stream of the beauty that I have called the 100,000 subscribers, guys. So I appreciate the love and support. Show some love and ask questions. Ask questions in the chat, and I'll read out everyone. Hope you're doing well on this fine Saturday night, Elizabeth Murray. Much love. We're gonna be doing some hopefully good content right now, guys, and hopefully there's not too much advertisements. Let's go, guys. Let's get it.
Patrick, it's great to finally meet you.
Yes, it is.
We've never met.
Right.
Obviously a massive admirer of your work. We're in New York.
I think he's massively jealous of his work, actually, because everybody loves Patrick Bet David, where nobody likes Piers Morgan.
You part-owned the New York Yankees. You finally won a game of the World Series last night.
Finally we did, yes.
So you've come in to watch them tonight.
I gotta come root for them, yes. You brought the whole family, the whole crew.
The secondary important thing, of course, going on is the American election. I realise you'd rather probably win the World Series than worry about a trifling matter like an election. I just want to ask you a sort of randomly obtuse question, because I know you're a Trump guy this time round. If you weren't a Trump guy and you were trying to litigate against him, in other words, reasons why he shouldn't be president, I'm going to come to the reasons you think he should be, but where would you go at in terms of legitimate criticism of Trump?
Well, I mean, think about, let's lay out what they've tried already. Okay, so if you hire me as a consultant, what is our last chance for taking him out the last week that we have left? We've done the DOJ. We've done the humiliation with him in front of his wife. We've done the pinning the kids against each other, where you notice Ivanka's not that involved. Jared Kushner's not that involved. They kept talking about that deal, the $2 billion deal, so that pushed them away. Very good strategy on what they did to kind of show that the family's not together, but Trump's family, they went about it and they did their thing. We did the E. Jean Carroll $83 million. We did the Mar-a-Lago is not a, you know, $400 billion building. It's an $18 million. We've done all of that stuff. We've tried to burn him out. We've tried to, you know, get his peers, the people he's hired in the past before, to say, look at his track record. He hasn't done a good job. COVID. You've tried misinformation. You've tried Russia. There's really nothing left. You've had two
I agree, guys. There's really nothing left. I mean, what else is there?
assassination attempts on him. So at this point, you know, what I noticed when I watched him, there are certain things where in order for you to be able to go up against him, you, one, have to have a decent candidate. Kamala has to be the most boring candidate I've ever seen in my entire life. Left, right.
Guys, I'm telling you, like, if they had any other candidate, if they had RFK Jr., I would say vote for him over Trump. But they don't. They just have the worst. Kamala, nobody likes her, guys. No community likes her. It's ridiculous.
Right center. By the way, I think she's more boring than Jeb Bush. I think she's
I agree.
I think that they could have brought somebody else in. Like, they could have brought anybody. The Democrats have so many people on their side. I don't know, guys. It seems really unprepared or something. Even I like Joe Biden more than her, like a lot more, personally.
Boring than
there's nothing there.
There's nothing there when you watch the interviews. Tell a story, tell me something, sell me the dream. Say when I was 6 years old, I remember that this. She can't do that. She can't tell the story. Quite frankly, I think if there was a primary, if the Dems had a primary, she wouldn't have beaten Pritzker. She wouldn't have beaten Shapiro. She wouldn't have beaten Newsom. I don't think she would have beaten Whitmer. I don't think she's top 5. At best, she's
the best. Which is why the Democrats
candidate.
should have had, I think, a convention where they put it out and had a battle.
It's a big mistake a big strategy for them. But at this point of the game, what to do? Let's lay out the crazy stuff, the stuff you don't want to use. Creatively, you have to find a way to shut down the internet. You have to find a way to create power grids. You have to find a way. I'm talking really like the movie that came out with Barack Obama that, Leave the World Behind, where power grid, internet, this is the movie that they produced with Julia Roberts. It's not like we're talking about something that's not there. Yeah. You have to do something in those battleground states with the counties that majority are Republicans to create the fear that people don't show up. Because if you don't do that or delay, like Maricopa County saying we need 10 to 12 days, you have to do that with Pennsylvania, you have to do that with Georgia. If they don't do that, this is done if they don't do that. They have a terrible candidate.
But if you were...
Shout out Elizabeth Murray, well done on your last video. It was great. I appreciate it. I appreciate the last video I did was against that guy in Mullingar. Don't go for any massages in Mullingar. Anybody, if you guys live near Mullingar, or if you're, I don't know, around Meath. Is that Westmeath? I think it's Westmeath. Don't go near Mullingar, but onwards to the election video.
Let's to take it back. Say you were the nominee for the Democrats right now. I think their strategy of calling him Hitler, branding him a Nazi, all this stuff, insulting his supporters and stuff. None of that obviously has worked. But if you were trying to pick him off...
You really want me to give you a dark strategy?
Well, yeah. How would you have taken on Trump?
If you can get one of his kids to come out and do an interview with Anderson Cooper on why Ivanka chose to not be that public about it, and you have to pay them $500 million.
Oh, that's a great strategy, actually. Damn. Patrick Bet-David's ruthless. He actually thought of everything. And I actually think, personally, he will probably run for president. Now, I don't know, was he born in America? So I don't think he can run for president. But probably for mayor, he'll probably run for some office for sure.
To agree to do this interview, even though I know for a fact they won't do it. You have to either do that. It can't be the Michael Cohen. They posted a picture today of a boat with the flags. Oh, look at the boat here. What do you think about this, Ivanka and Jared Kushner? And we know that Soros, with the money that he's spending, and you get the video, that's very effective for you to post it out and go viral. It'll persuade some small percentage of people. You got to get Marla. You got to get Ivanka. You got to get somebody super, super close on the inside, and it's just not going to work. Outside of that, think about the Vanity Fair reaches out to me. What do you think about the fact that President Trump is going on all these different podcasts? Who goes on these types of podcasts? And what do you think about this? I said, this is called disruption and destroying you. The mainstream media, the strategy that he's taken, going and talking to the average day-to-day people, and she's not doing it, right? He's having those types of conversations.
Yeah, it relates to the everyday person. The everyday person is who's gonna buy your clothes, buy your merch, make you rich, make you a superstar, like the average people. When you can't relate to the average person, which Kamala is kind of trying to do. I just saw that she had Glorilla singing TGIF. I like the song, I like the rap music, but it really has nothing to do with the presidential election. You know what I mean? You have to kind of relate to people in a more personable manner,
I think they have to really, really find a dark strategy to be able to pull this off. And I just don't think they're going to pull it off, because they got what? They got Beyonce, they got Taylor Swift, they got now Arnold Schwarzenegger today announced that he's endorsing Kamala. They got all these celebrities, Steph Curry, they got all of those guys.
They have Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant would be the other side, let's be honest. No, they have LeBron James. Did he say LeBron James? I mean, guys, why is it in America they look at celebrities and they say, oh, that's my favorite celebrity, let me vote for the same person that they're voting for? Like, that would never work for any other business, or like to make money. That would be a really bad strategy type of thing.
Endorsing Kamala. They got all these celebrities, Steph Curry, they got all of those guys, they got every one of these guys. Trump converts and gets Bobby. Tulsi goes the other side. Elon Musk, who's maybe the #1 voice name in media, and he's not even in media. I believe he's got the biggest weight as a name. Beyonce's not in that league. They're competitors. So if you look at Musk is on this side, their Musk is Mark Cuban. Musk wins.
Mark Cuban is a lesbian, and Elon Musk is a legend. Elon Musk is a legend. He's one of the smartest people in the world. He landed a 500-ton space shuttle back to Earth. He caught it with his flipping rockets. Who does that, guys? It's crazy. Starlink, one of the greatest inventions ever. Elizabeth Murray, do you think Trump will get in? 1,000%. I said it years ago when Joe Biden started to kind of fall off. As soon as Donald Trump said that he's going to run again, I said that he was going to get it. Nobody else would get it. I mean, maybe if RFK was running against him, which he's not. RFK is actually with him. Like, oh my God. Like you couldn't like that side anymore, guys. Like, in my personal opinion. RFK is a legend. I like the whole make America healthy again. I like that whole health aspect. I'm a personal trainer, fitness expert. But yeah, definitely will. He's like 67%. I think Kamala's, 43%. Not 100% sure on those. Maybe a little bit less than that, but yeah, for sure, guys. I said this years ago, and then when Kamala was announced, bro.
If you go on this side and think about Bobby Kennedy and Tulsi, who was
Bobby Kennedy?
Who went from this side to that side? Who? Kinsing? Who did they have?
Bobby
Nobody.
Kennedy's a legend.
So matchup to matchup. They're Obama. Obama's the other day scolding. He just looks out of touch.
They both do, actually, him and Michelle.
It's horrible. It's embarrassing. It's desperate. You know what it's like?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm a man, you're a man. We both will know this feeling.
I'm a man as well.
And there's 3 situations where I believe the opposition can feel desperation. 3 situations that I can talk about. First one, when a man is desperate for a girl and she feels it, she knows body language and eyes and the way we talk. She feels this guy's desperate for me. It's unattractive, right? In sales, if I come and try to sell you a house or a policy or a gym membership, right, you will feel, based on my desperation, if I'm gonna need to pay my bills and I really need this commission check, you will feel a desperate salesperson. You know what third one is? In politics, when you try to become desperate to win a vote, Obama, Michelle, Kamala, all of them look like a desperate salesperson that needs the commission but no one's buying.
Yes.
That's true, and that's why Trump, he's like a businessman, the art of the deal. Like, you gotta not look desperate in life, guys. You know, I think the more laid back you are in life, the actually more successful you'll be. Obviously, work hard at your business, but look at these people, guys. They're all laid back. Trump is working in McDonald's. You know what I mean? He's driving a flipping dump truck. You know, what do they call it? A flipping dump. It's called like a whatever. A flipping dustbin truck, and he's flipping winning by a long shot. It's like the less is more. A lot of the times, less is more in life. You know what I mean?
That's what they feel like.
I completely concur with that. Let's turn to Trump. First of all, his qualities. Tell me the qualities that make him such an effective political animal, which is what he is.
Did you watch the recent movie that came out about Trump, The Hit?
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it? You should watch it. I watched it twice in the first week. And the reason why I watch it twice in the first week is I like to know what the enemy thinks about, more than my allies. We went the other day and watched a documentary that was all pro-Trump from the beginning to the end. And unfortunately, I don't want to hear that because we already know the good stuff, right? I want to know what angles you're going to take me out. I'm interested in that. When you watch this movie, $17 million budget, first weekend is $1.4 million that they make, big flop. They couldn't get distribution to the last week. We saw no ads at all over the place. The acting, I thought, was phenomenal. I got to give credit to the acting. But there's a scene about Roy Cohn. And the reason why I've studied Roy over the years is because I've interviewed the Sammy DeBull, the Michael Francis, the Frank Collada, the Phil Leonetti, who was the former underboss of the Philadelphia crime family. He called me one day, says, I want you to interview me, but I want no lights on my face. I don't want people to know what I look like. So I've interviewed a lot of mobsters. And the name that always comes up is Roy. Roy was a heavyweight back in the days. And there's a scene that says, hey, if you want to win and you want to be the king of New York, there's 3 things you got to know. Attack, attack, attack. Always claim victory. Never accept loss or even claim loss. Like, oh, we lost, but we're going to get better.
Yeah, I agree, guys. Never let the opponent, never let the enemy know that you're even fretting, guys. I'm smiling, you know what I mean? I'm looking at people, I'm smiling, I'm happy. Never let the enemy know that you're being defeated or even feel slightly stressed out. ever, guys. Never, ever, ever on the camera, on the flipping YouTubes, in real life will I ever tell anyone I'm stressed out. The enemy is waiting for that day, guys.
No, always do that. Whether that's true or not, when
It's
Roy
not
told
true.
him that, and he believed it, and it became part of his DNA, it's over. There's certain people in life, Piers, that we look at. Kobe modeled his game after who? Michael,
Yeah.
right? You know, LeBron modeled his game after Scotty and Magic. Certain players you're looking like, they didn't model their game after anybody, right? Hey, I want to be like Ronald Reagan, so they speak like Ronald Reagan and they're very polished and diplomatic, all this other stuff. Every 100 years, a guy shows up that's not like anybody else.
Right.
Kamala is like everybody else, right? He is like nobody else. It's attractive, it's different, it pisses people off, it creates envy, it creates agitation.
Yeah,
And
this.
those are his strengths on what he's doing. In regards to the area that hurts him, at this point, anything that hurts him is already been exposed. So it's no longer as effective as it was
As a
before.
leader, what are his character flaws, do you think? I mean, if you were advising him, if he wins on Tuesday and he gets another 4 years, my own gut feeling, having known him a long time, is that he'll be thinking more about legacy second time.
I want to say this to you, and I hope their team sees this, because let's go and talk deception after he wins. November 5th, every odd says he's winning. Kamala's got 80 billionaires that are endorsing her. He's only got 50 billionaires, right? Kamala's got all of Hollywood and all these guys. He doesn't have those guys. He's got the podcasters. He's got the day-to-day people. He's getting the young male. He's getting the young African-American. It's the biggest plus-minus ever since 1964. But there's one thing that we have to be thinking about. Let's go November 6th. Let's assume it's November 6th he wins, okay? We're in a room like this, and it's 10 of us, where all the establishment left, Democrats and some of the establishment right, that want to do everything we can to now identify 2028, right? It's kind of like World Cup. You lost, we already got to plan 2028, what's going to happen, right? Or whatever, 2026. Today, the most hated man by the establishment, number one is Trump. Number two is Musk today. November 6th.
Yeah, I don't know why Musk is so hated. Like, I honestly, guys, I just can't wrap my head around why people hate him so much. I mean, he just endorses people. He's like anti, curtailment of speech. Like, he's very pro free speech. I don't know why people hate Elon Musk. The guy's a genius. He invented Starlink. Like, what's wrong with him?
You know who's going to be the most hated man November 6th? Number one will be Musk. Number two will be J.D. Vance. Number three will be Trump. Why? I'll give you my thoughts on this. The reason why they'll be over Trump is because it's a one-term president. They're not going to be worried about him. J.D. Vance, the way he's been doing interviews the last 2, 3, 4 months, the way he fought Tim Walz, where you walked away saying, this guy got Tim to like him. And they were able to build a certain level of camaraderie. And then he goes up with a fight with Jake Tapper, puts him in his place. Then he's go with Dana. Then he knows how to go with Theo Vaughn and laugh his ass off. And every different place you put him on, he's doing well. I think he's doing Joe Rogan today, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to try to do the following. And this
40 million views. I actually tried to live stream the Joe Rogan interview. Got like an hour in, and then they just took it down, guys. Unfortunately, copyright or something.
is what's going to hurt. Let's say you're J.D. Vance on mainstream media, CNN, whoever it is, and J.D.'s doing an interview. Hey, J.D., how do you feel about the fact that everybody now is saying that you're the president and you are telling President Trump what to do? You're not the vice president. Why are they going to do that? If they do that and it triggers something with Trump and there is the split, they win. That is the deception game that's going to be played to try to pin those guys together. And if the president can still find a way to edify, yet protect in a way where JD stays humble, and if JD can find a way to stay bulletproof and not buy into the fact that everybody behind closed doors is going to say, it's because of you, you're the one that's making it happen, all this other stuff, and he stays humble about it, then JD may win 2028 and 2032. I think Vivek's going to be there. I think a lot of people, I think 2028 is going to be very, very competitive. But I think that's the way you divide them. You have to go after, and the reason why Musk becomes number one is because if you put a bar and you look at the timeline for bars, Trump's is going to be 4 years, okay? JD is going to be 12 years, but Musk is going to be 30 years. That's why Musk is number one.
Yeah, Musk is like young. What is he, like 40 something?
But JD is number two hated man,
50?
November 6th, and third will be Trump. they're going to go try to find a way to destroy Elon and J.D. Vance because those guys will be around for a couple of decades.
When you
That's
had
true.
Trump on your
That's
podcast,
true.
it was a fascinating listen, but what did you make of him when you're interacting with him one-on-one?
You know, one of the things about when you're doing business with when you're communicating with a businessman, there's a dealing, right? Meaning, if we do a deal together, and I'm paying you $2 million, okay, and you're asking for 3 years, but I put a bonus on the back end that if we do X, Y, Z, Piers, you're going to get another $5 million, right? And you call me, your lawyers call me, my lawyers call you, they're going back and forth. And then it gets very tough with the negotiation. Let's just say we're 2 weeks away from finalizing it. We haven't signed a contract. I call you, I'm like, hey, Piers, do you want to do this deal? Pat, I want to find a way to make this work. Okay, you say, do you want me at Valuetainment? I said, of course I want you at Valuetainment. No problem, fantastic. Let's find a way to get these lawyers to work. Lawyers do their thing, good, deal in, fantastic. Let's go on a run and take over the world, right?
Come on.
You're driven to get your $5 million bonus.
You have the chance for one daily wish to come true every
Really
day
smart.
at 888 Casino. Download the
PDB,
888 Casino
very
app.
smart guy, man.
Based on markers to hit. I'm driven to help you succeed. I'm not going to backstab you because I want you to hit those numbers. You know, you're not going to backstab me. You're going to defend me because you want me to make sure I give you the best thing, the resources. That's not how it works in politics.
True.
When you look at politics, it's a very different game on what they're going to be doing. So they're gonna. It's a very different game that he's going to be playing. And that negotiation part, when you're going through, hey, how about if we do this, and how about if we do that, how about if we do this deal? It's a very different game. It's a very different game.
How significant has his podcast strategy been this time around to go and do?
It's absolutely genius, his podcast strategy. Like, podcasts are the biggest thing in the world. Between Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, those other guys as well, with Andrew and all the other guys. I mean, he was on so many podcasts. It's a genius strategy because that's the entire internet, basically. Like, I am on the internet, so I know these guys, but it's not just me. Every person knows the Joe Rogan podcast, this podcast. I think Joe Rogan's highest podcast had 40 million views. Kamala's highest podcast had 770,000 views. So, guys, it's not even in the same. It's not even in the same sport. You know, forget about the same ball game. It's not even the same sport.
You and to go and do Joe Rogan.
And that's what I'm saying. When you talk to him, it's a business guy. So his answer, if you push too hard and like, hey, here's what I like to do. What I'm asking you is I'm asking you specifically about this. And he'll say, what are you asking about? It's about this. Let's stay on this. My question is this. Okay, and he'll come back and he'll fight it or push back or do his thing. But you're talking to a man's man. It's business. It's transaction. It's negotiation. He's been in a lot of different settings for him to do that. I think the strategy they took, credit, I think, goes to Bobby Kennedy. I think Bobby gets the credit. I think Vivek and Bobby really took it to the next level when you notice Bobby was everywhere.
I would have personally had Vivek over J.D. Vance, just me personally. I like the way Vivek speaks. He's like a damn robot. Speaks fast, clear, intelligent guy. Super intelligent guy, but yeah, J.D. Vance is cool too, I guess.
Came in our podcast 2020, the first time around.
No, I've had him on 6-7 times.
I'm sure you've had him on many times. Well, he's been on many different places before he was with me. I'm just saying for us, he debated Alan Dershowitz. I'm like, this was great. I asked 2 questions. They went at it for an hour and a half. And then you saw Bobby on Joe the first time when Joe says, I'm not gonna lie to you, at first when I thought about you, I thought you were cuckoo, I thought you were this, I thought, and then I read the book, I'm like, no, this guy's actually legit. And then that podcast blew up, and other people had him on, and then all of a sudden, you're like, wait a minute, you can actually, and he announced he's running for president, like, wait, who's running for president? This entire time when you wrote this case against Anthony Fauci, this was your plan of running for president to go up against Fauci and the establishment? What a and then boom, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, 10%. And then Vivek comes up. Vivek's on my podcast, and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, wait a minute. This guy wrote a book called about woke media. He sounds like he wants to run. He leaves. A couple weeks later, he announces he's running for president. That moment when he came on the podcast, he had 40,000 followers on Twitter, okay?
Whoa.
And we were looking at Mike Pence. We were looking at everybody with the data of followership. Fast forward a year later, 2 million followers, whatever his number is right now, Skyrocket. He's everywhere, right?
The reason why Vivek didn't get the vice presidency is because he just polled so low. Like, nobody liked him. I personally thought he was great, though. Nice Indian guy, probably went to Harvard. Not exactly sure where he went to college and all that, but like super successful guy, super rich guy.
Now, with Vivek, Trump realized, I'm going to go on these podcasts. Trump going on Joe Rogan.
That was
got
huge.
twice as many views as
Damn, bro.
all of Kamala's interviews combined from
Oh
one.
my god, that's legendary. But we gotta go back. That is actually legendary, guys. I don't care, man. I'm an internet guy. I'm a statistics kind of guy. Jesus, bro. What the hell? He got twice as many views as all of her videos combined. Oh shit, bro. That's the flipping drop the flipping mic moment right there.
Trump going on Joe Rogan. He got twice as many views as all of Kamala's interviews combined from
That's
one podcast.
wild,
Theo,
bro.
funny. You saw a different side of Trump. Schultz, crushed it. Phenomenal
Schultz.
podcast.
That's what I was trying to...
Nelk Boys, Full Send.
Oh yeah, of course. How can I forget Nelk? Nelk, between Nelk, Joe Rogan, Andrew Schultz, and Theo Vaughn, that's pretty much the entire of America podcasts right there. Like everybody knows those podcasts. Apart from like Shannon Sharp, would be like a more black audience. I think he should have went on Shannon Sharp. Like that would have been legendary. He might still do. I don't know if there's enough time, but like, you know, apart from those, like it would have been, bro, it's a legendary run of podcasts. That's crazy.
Those guys, Kyle, they do a great job. Us, business, different. Bloomberg fighting tariffs. You don't know what you're talking about with tariffs. I've seen what you said for 30 years. You watch this and you realize people right now are going like this. This is what they're looking at. They're driving the car watching. You're no longer watching cable TV, not the audience you want. So I think 2028, Piers, is going to be the Super Bowl of candidates realizing we have to go through them. And when Kamala was negotiating with Rogan and said, hey, we'll give you an hour, fly out to us and all this, very elitist, come to us. We'll let you interview Kamala, where Trump's like, I'll come to you in Austin. I'll give you the 3 hours. Then I'll get on a plane. Then I'll go to Michigan. I'll be 3 hours late, but I'll still give my talk at midnight. When he came to us, by the way, we sat down. There was a moment in the middle of the podcast. Sam has texted me 50 times. Hey, their team's telling me they got to go. They got to go. They got to go. I'm like, what do you mean they got to go? So I paused. I'm like, hey, guys, let's just pause this real quick for a second. We didn't put this clip out there, so let's pause it for a second. So what's that? I said, if you don't mind, President, what are we doing? I said, there's 9 of them in front of me, and 2 of my guys are. I said, what are we doing? Are we going to do this or are we not going to do this? You guys are texting me saying, stop. You've given me 90 minutes. You were 45 minutes late. What are we doing with this interview? And this is all you saw. Ooh. He sat there and he says, what do I have? You saw this, right? What do we have? What do we have? Move this to this, move that to this, move this to this. We're going to give you that time. Let's go through. I'm really enjoying this. And then we went an hour and a half to finish up the interview. Ooh. And it was great. That's the kind of stuff where a negotiator driver is not the elitist. Here's a billion.
Yeah, the elitist mindset, guys. Like, nobody can relate to this elitist guy. Like, when you guys see, like, these rich guys and they dress down and they act like one of the average people, why do they do that? Why do rich people act like one of the average people? Because they want to be relatable. You know, you guys saw, like, Bill Gates, all these guys. They don't wear, like, Louis Vuitton. They just wear, like, a normal belt from, like, Penny's, TK Maxx, the shorts and shoes from TK Maxx up the road, Nike store. You know, they don't wear the crazy high-class clothes because they want to be able to relate to people. You know, that's the same as these like presidential candidates. You want to seem relatable. When Kamala Harris is saying, we might give you an hour, here are a list of questions, you have to come to us. Like, you're talking to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's the most famous guy in the world. Like, way more famous than Kamala. Like, way more. So, I don't know what the hell. That was a weird exchange.
Billionaire that's partied with everybody. That was a king of New York, is the king. Now he's living in Florida. He knew everyone. He did deals with everyone. And on the other side of Kamala, who's claims she grew up in a middle-class family, sitting, you come to us, Joe.
Hey, let's call a spade a spade. Trump didn't grow up in a middle-class family either. There's a few things about Trump I don't like, of course, but guys, none of them grew up in middle-class families. I mean, these people are elite as the elite comes. You know, come on, bro. Like, this is just like, they don't even know what an average day in an average person's life is like. There's no way.
And we'll give you an hour. I hope she does the podcast with Joe. But if she does do it, you know it's going to be embarrassing. She's not going to be able to last for 2 or 3 hours.
What do you make of the attacks on Trump being the new Hitler, running a bunch of neo-Nazis?
Last resort.
What do you think of that?
It's very simple. You know, when a guy breaks up with a girl and, you know, he first...
Hold on, before we get into that, guys, I know you don't want to hear me speak that much, but when somebody calls you Hitler, a Nazi, a transphobic, homophobic, heterophobic, you know, this hater, this racist, this... I immediately just end the conversation right there because there's no need to continue on because there's no actual logic in that. Okay, when you use these names, guys, these are buzzwords that people use to completely smash a conversation so there's no ability to actually debate, right? When you call someone this, you call someone this, it has nothing to do with anything. So then it's just like, bro, we can just end the conversation right here because you're obviously not logical enough, you're not intelligent enough to actually speak properly. Like, it just is ridiculous, guys. These buzzwords are just throwaway, and you're actually downplaying Hitler. When you call somebody like a presidential candidate in the U.S. Hitler, it's like, Jesus, you're downplaying the horrendous stuff that son of a bitch did. Like, so
the guy breaks up with a girl, and you know, he first is like, oh, it's okay, it didn't work yet, and then all of us is like, she starts dating somebody, and then what does the guy say? Oh, she's a this, she's a that, or vice versa. Oh, okay, we're going through a breakup, it's gonna be fine, and then all of a sudden he's over you, and he's dating somebody. He was an asshole. He always cheated. He did this, and he did that, and he did this. It's all insecure. We've seen this when we were kids. It's just pure insecurities.
Facts.
They don't have another thing. The most embarrassing thing for you to do is to go to the Nazi level. Let me get this straight. And even this week, you saw with Tony Hinchcliffe, he gets up and gives a joke about, you know, Puerto Rico is a big dumpster or whatever he calls it, of an island.
that was stupid. Tony Hinchcliffe as well. He's funny, but he's kind of an idiot. I don't know why they had him on the presidential stuff. Like, a lot of these people aren't very professional, and of course, yeah, they turn up in a suit and they speak okay, but it's like, dude, you need to be able to like say stuff that is actually, you know, influential and like motivational and like words of encouragement. Not talking shit about countries. Like, really, dude, Puerto Rico? He probably has never even been to Puerto Rico. You know, like, half these guys are idiots, bro. They're comedians. It's like, dude, you're comedians. Stick to comedy. Like, come on, bro. Like Donald Trump actually has people on his podcast who's like a podcaster. It's like, dude, like, you know, you gotta kind of know where to draw the line there. Jesus.
And oh my God, you know, this is what they're doing. They're against Puerto Ricans are great people, and look at this. This is not fair. That's a comedian that said that.
Yeah.
The current sitting president says Trump voters are a bunch of what?
Garbage.
Garbage. You said deplorable. You said garbage. You say Nazi. You think this is a powerful position? No, you've already lost the argument on what you're doing. And the more they...
True, you can't call half of America... You can't call half of America Nazis. I mean, that's just ridiculous. You know?
do that, the average person's watching this and saying, man, I'm a Democrat. I really want to vote for you, but why are you? This is embarrassing.
Yeah,
what
facts.
are you doing to me?
Facts.
Make it easier for me to vote for you.
Yeah,
I think it's just a failed strategy and desperation.
You have two mantras. Future looks bright and only the paranoid survive. Let's start with the paranoia.
You have to be a paranoid schizophrenic.
What should we be paranoid about after this election is resolved?
A lot of things. I mean, we have to be worried about, you saw what happened the other day. Story came out, the fact that Venezuela and Iran are united against the West. So Venezuela and Iran are united against the West. Iran is close to who? You got, whether it's Russia, whether it's China, 400 billion, 25 years.
China.
So we have to be careful what's going to be going over there. We have to then realize what's going to happen with the immigration that we have. We have to deport people. I mean, there's no question about it. They have to deport people. So the manipulation to say, well, the separation of, you know, family and kids and parents and all this stuff. So that manipulation is going to come here hardcore with gaslighting. So we have to not fall for that, you know, gamification that's going to take place. And an economy, we have to kind of go back to the basic fundamentals of the economy with tariffs. There's a lot of debate right now on both sides on tariffs. Do you do it? Do you not do it? You know, you look at trade surplus and trade deficits, right? Okay. So the way to explain that, a lot of people, when you say tariffs, what is a tariff? What is a trade surplus? What is a trade deficit? I don't really know what all this stuff is. Here's all it is. Let's say you and I, Piers, are in sales. You sell real estate, I sell auto insurance, okay? We're in London. And we meet at a networking event. You've been in the business 5 years, I've been in the business 5 years. I say to you, Piers, why don't you and I, you're successful, I'm successful, you send me referrals, I send you referrals. Deal? Deal, no problem. If people want to buy homes, I'll send it to you. If people want to buy auto insurance, send them my way, great. 6 months goes by. You gave me 5 referrals, I've given you 0. No problem. 2 years goes by. You've given me 200 referrals, I've given you 10. 5 years goes by. You've given me 1,100 referrals, I've given you 100. What are you asking yourself at this point? How much longer are you going to give me referrals?
Right.
I'm winning, I'm making money, but I'm not giving you any of it, right? US, our trade deficit is at $1.1 trillion. That means we've given the world more business than they've given us. Number one is China, then it's Germany.
Yeah, America are suckers, man. They need to start tariffing like crazy. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that because in Ireland, we are like, the kings of getting American business and working in factories and stuff. But hey, if you're working in a factory, guess what? You need to start paying tariffs because that business, that's flipping American business. That's not Irish business. People forget where the business comes from. They're like, oh, this is an Irish business. Hell is it an Irish business? It's from America. It isn't from our own people. If we want to build our own businesses, have our own businesses stay here. Like the Collison brothers, they invented Stripe. They should have left the Stripe in this country. Why'd they go to America? Keep it here.
China's trade surplus is $840 billion. The world has given China $840 billion more than China's given to others. Number two is Germany. Germany is around 240.
Oh, it's Germany. Yeah,
Someone has to go and sit down with these guys and have the conversation and say, hey, let's just say I'm the guy that gets the job. Hey, how you doing? Great, fantastic. Hey, this is Patrick Bet-David. I'm representing the president. I notice our surplus is XYZ. We have a new plan we call the XYZ Initiative. I'd like to come and meet with you in the Treasury, whatever it is. We have to make a decision. We have three options. Number one, we announce tariffs. And
this is William Hill
hey,
Racing. Get our best
paying
odds
your way in this
guaranteed
world.
on all Irish and UK racing.
Nothing.
Incrementally keep going up every month. Number two, you have to choose to buy from us the same amount that we're giving to you. And we'll give you 30 industries to buy from. We need you to buy $200 billion of stuff committed every single year, from automotive, from this, from that. You do that, we don't have any problem. You don't, tariffs are coming your way. Yeah. How would you like to meet sometime next week? We're on our way. We call the 30 countries that we're giving you more business than you're giving us. We come to you, great, can we do a deal? Love to try your food. I'd love to try what you have going on. Fantastic, deal is good. Send us business, buy from these folks. We have to stay strong there. Jim Jordan was on my podcast yesterday, and one thing when I asked Jim Jordan, I said, you know how Twitter files took place, and we learned about the communication that Twitter was having with Joe Biden, and Joe Biden's camp was saying, take this down. Don't let this Hunter Biden story stay. New York Post, all this stuff that was going on. And then Elon Musk shows it to us what's going on, to the point that Mark Zuckerberg 4 months ago had to write that letter to Honorable Chairman Jim Jordan and say, hey, I apologize the fact that we were asked to do this, and even though we had the choice not to do, we chose to do it. Biggest mistake of my life. I'm choosing not to support anybody, all this other stuff, right? I asked Jim, what can we do to have something like that, except it's called FBI files, DOJ files, IRS files, CIA files? What if we hire somebody that goes and investigates all the email exchange and shows us exactly what's going on and tell the world? What do you think we need to do for that time? He says, well, Trump can do that. I said, who do you think he needs to fire? He says, he needs to fire everybody and then some. I said, what do you mean by? He says, he needs to fire some people that he can't even fire. He should fire those guys. I said, really? He says, yes. Because the people that are in there that don't love America, that don't look at us as number one, and maybe are helping out other people, we have to realize these people that are on the inside don't love America. You got to be gone. And if you're another country that you hate America, we don't need to do business together moving forward.
Fascinating.
Yeah, like, guys, I never got why, like, the US is always trying to make friends with all these countries that absolutely hate them. In a good way, of course. When they go to meet the presidents of North Korea and stuff, that's good because obviously, it decreases the chances of them bombing each other. But places that, like, hate them and, like, they're just really crazy, I wouldn't even bother to flip and, you can try and make friends, but it's like, dude, like, at a certain point, you're like, this is just spinning your wheels,
I mean, it could be very transformative, this second Trump term, particularly if he's being advised by people like Elon Musk, who've gone in and said we can take $2 trillion off the government spending and everything else. He probably could, I mean, given what he did at Twitter.
By the way, if they go in and they pull that off, when Twitter used to have 7,500 employees, Elon comes in with the kitchen sink. Do you remember that when he came in with that? Fires 50% overnight. That's 3,750. The next day, 1,250 quit. So now he's at 2,500 employees. He goes from 7,500 to 2,500 employees. The company's operating. There's nothing like you're feeling glitches or anything that took place. How did you get rid of 66% of your employees and nobody felt it?
That is the biggest travesty I've ever heard in my life. Like, they were just doing nothing. He was saying that in Dublin, because in Dublin he basically shut down the Twitter HQ and everyone was freaking out. Can't get a job. I had a job at Twitter. Dude, you were lying on a flipping lazy couch doing nothing. You were on your phone on the lazy couch texting your girlfriend, what are we eating for dinner? I'm working here at Twitter. It was like this sort of like this flipping, this sort of like really, new age, millennium, Gen Z, like, oh, let's just lay back and just do no work. Bro, you need to work your ass off. If you want to be rich and stuff, you got to work your goddamn ass off. This shit's ridiculous, laying on a flipping lazy couch.
What if we do that with our U.S. government, the number of employees that we have? You think we're going to feel it? I don't think we are. If they do that and show results, it's going to be transformative. And I think at that point, it could be Trump 4, it could be J.D. Vance 8.
Yeah, I think you're right. The future looks bright. Let's be positive about the world. It seems to me there's a lot going on, massively amplified by the way people consume their news these days. If you actually think back to World War II, World War I, all these periods, far more tumultuous times for the planet than we have right now. In fact, a lot of the metrics for how we are living these days, we live longer, we live healthier, generally more prosperous, there's less abject poverty than there used to be, the water's cleaner, we're getting rid of more diseases, etc., etc. You've seen that argument. And yet a lot of people, especially younger people, seem completely gripped with anxiety about the state of the world and can't really deal with regular life. So you've got these two parallel things going on, where it's probably the best time to ever be alive, but young people don't understand that or can't accept it.
Anxiety, I've never had anxiety my whole entire life. Depression, I've never had mental health disorders ever. Yet. Who knows, I might get them. But the thing about all that stuff is you're not stressing yourself. When you work out, when I work out every single day in the gym for the last 10 years since I'm 15 years old, you don't get anxiety. You don't get stress. You're chilled out, guys. There's no stress in your life. Guys in the military don't get stressed. They don't feel stress. They're getting bullets flying at them. They can't be thinking about anxiety, depression. They're getting shot at, active fire. So you need to be able to callous your mind, as David Goggins says. David Goggins is a G. Go read David Goggins to tell you how to stop being a little bitch.
What do we do about that?
I don't think that they don't understand that. I think when you and I grew up, like my kids, my oldest son is 12, then I have an 11-year-old, and an 8-year-old daughter, and a 3-year-old daughter. 100% of my 12-year-old son's friends have cell phones, iPhones to be exact. 90% of my 11-year-old sons all have iPhones. My kids don't have iPhones. My kids can't play video games 5 days a week. The only way you get to play video games on the weekend for 2 hours is if you have no C's. If you have a C, you will not play video games. One of my kids had a C for 3 months during Christmas and 3 months during summer. Last year for 6 months, he didn't play any iPad, no video games.
I love that. I was watching another podcast, and I might even play the podcast, Dongo podcast, right, from Dublin. He's a cool guy, like a podcast guy, but he had a guy on, and it's like talking about, should you be so obsessed with sports as an older gentleman, let's say? And I don't want to rant for too long, but just bear with me. Like, if you're over a certain age, 25, it's okay, like, under a certain age to be obsessed with sports, video games and stuff, but at a certain point, just for me, I know life is hard, guys. I don't want to be flipping telling people, don't watch TV, don't entertain yourself. But at a certain point, you want to be, for me anyway, like, you want to be at a certain level. You want to be that next level of success. What are we talking about here, guys? Are we going to be playing video games all day, lying in bed all day till 10 o'clock, 9, 10 o'clock? Are we going to be trying to better ourselves? Like, I'm trying to give words of encouragement here, because watching the football game on a Sunday night, that's fine. Watch your football game. But then going on Twitter and arguing about it for 3 to 6 hours, 10 hours a day, I mean, guys, what are we talking about here? Jesus, we need to actually put the work in. Let's try and become successful, at least a little bit. Jesus, we're not trying to be the next president, but let's try and actually make some money, become successful, help other people, be flipping, actually good in society. This whole thing of just people playing video games so much, obsessed with cars, traveling 24/7, Jesus, like smoking 24/7, like drinking 24/7. Like I said, I went out last weekend twice. I had a good weekend. I'm going to be off it for a long, long time. I don't know when I'm going to be off it for. So you got to enjoy yourself, but guys, actually start to make waves doing something. Let's be legendary. This whole shit about arguing about football and fuck shit, they don't care about you. These celebrities don't care about you, guys. If you were dying on the street, they wouldn't give you €2 to flip and, the politicians too, the people that give you money, they wouldn't give you €2 to flip and buy a burger in McDonald's, so you die. You know what I mean? We got to actually be focused on actually progressing with our lives, guys, not just flipping obsessed with football and video games and just pointless bullshit, which, like I said, do it in your free time a little bit, but don't take the piss, guys. Actually trying to work towards something. Jesus Christ almighty, man. This is just ridiculous shit, bro. I love this. I didn't have the internet until I was 18 years old. You know what I mean? I didn't have a phone until I was 18. My friend said the last day, he said I had a phone, but I don't remember having I didn't have an iPhone till like 2 years ago. I didn't have a Android till maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. Like, I just didn't get the shit for a long time.
One of my kids had a C for 3 months during Christmas and 3 months during summer. Last year, for 6 months, he didn't play any iPad, no video games, because he had one C.
Good.
You remember this?
Good.
Not one single minute of playing the video game, right? Okay. So to them, they're like you and I a little bit. They don't know what this means. They don't know what to go through this, right? Now, bring it to today. Today, you're a kid. You're in bed. Mommy and daddy don't know what's going on. You're just kind of going through it. What are these stories doing? How much anxiety are they creating? How much fear are they creating? How much of anything in life that you believe in, the good, the bad, the ugly, how much of it is imagination? How much is your imagination taking over and kind of manipulating you? Where, let's just say you and I are brothers, and you sit there and you're like, you know what? I'm going to tell Pat, my brother, this. And he's probably going to say this. You know what he's probably going to do? He's probably sitting there right now saying this to mom. And he's probably saying that to dad. And screw him. I remember when we were 12, right? Our imagination goes, and we do that in our 30s, 40s, 50s. Now think about when you're 12 years old, 14 years old, 16 years old. And add all these videos that you're watching. A book came out, I think every parent needs to read. It's called Anxious Generation. I don't know if you've read it. Maybe you've interviewed the guy or not. Jonathan Haidt, I think his name is.
Yes. I've an interview. I saw a number of interviews he did. It's fascinating. He charted that the downturn in kids' anxiety all exploded from when smartphones became smart.
That's right. That's right.
I agree, guys. Like, let's be honest. And I'm not taking this from a holier than thou perspective, because of course, you know, like I said, I've never had mental health issues or anything like that. But at all, I'm a happy guy, chill guy. I work my fucking ass off. But you know, I was the same, addicted to video games, but I realized at a certain point, like, this is bullshit. This is a psyop. Why am I playing Grand Theft Auto? Why am I playing Call of Duty? I could just join the military. Why don't I just try and become a Navy SEAL? Like, it's very easy to actually get in, like, apply for the Special Forces. Like, try and do something that's actually going to benefit you. Although that's an extreme example, you guys know what I mean. If you're obsessed with playing soccer and watching the football game, just go outside and run around with the ball on your own for 2 or 3 hours. That'll get the anxiety out. Like, actually start moving it. Start moving your little body. You know what I mean? Like, I just, working out is the best thing in the world, guys. You know, if you think that you're having anxiety or mental health, that's bullshit, guys. If you don't work out, then maybe, but you have to work out, guys. That's the first start. Then obviously there can be the chemical imbalances and shit like that, but we need to start working out a little bit more. Training ourselves, working towards something. Like, don't be running around with another man's name on your back. Try and actually become successful yourself. That's how I look at stuff, guys. Where I want to be in life, I want to be flipping something great, guys. I don't want to be flipping just talking about the football game on a Sunday night. Like, bro, that's some bullshit. That's a psyop. And like I said, I was in that same position. I played the video games for 16 hours a day sometimes. It doesn't bring you any reward. It makes you sad, guys. It makes you upset. When you start making money and shit, trust me, you'll be happy.
Right. And he says a few things that are easy things for parents to do. He says one of the things that parents need to do is the following: get a safe where you put guns so you can kind of lock it up. At 7 o'clock, when your kids are done doing what they're doing, everybody puts their phones there. They don't get it till 7 o'clock in the morning, because your 16-year-old kid may need to have a smartphone, but they got to put their phones there so they don't go through this at night when they're going to sleep. Then in the morning at 7 o'clock, they get to get it. Nobody touches their phones. He says also some things about, we're so worried nowadays with parents. We're like, we want to drop off their kids exactly to where school is. So you and I walk to school, right? He says, drop off your kids 5 to 10 minutes away from school. Show them a little bit of independence to make them give confidence that you got this. You got things they're going through. It's very basic for me when I think about the level of anxiety with kids. I read a book 15 years ago about anxiety and depression. And
Want to know the secret to my success?
I always thought anxiety is thinking about the past and like being embarrassed, and depression is thinking about the future. That's how I always heard it. I read a book before talking about
simplified everything for me. It said, whenever you're feeling depressed, you're spending way too much time in the past. I shouldn't have done this. Big mistake.
Oh, swap those. My bad. Anxiety is the future and depression is the past, right? My bad. Got them flipped around a little bit there. My bad.
You're spending way too much time in the past. I shouldn't have done this. Years ago about anxiety and depression. And it simplified everything for me. It said, whenever you're feeling depressed, you're spending way too much time in the past. Right. I shouldn't have done this. Big mistake. Why did I do that to her? She could have been my wife. He could have been this. Depression. Right. Anxiety comes from spending way too much here. Kids are anxious right now. Why? Because this is where they're living. What's going to happen to the future? Climate change. The world is coming to an end. These capitalists are taking over the world. Oh my God. Anxiety, anxiety, anxiety.
Yeah,
Just need
that's
to lower
true.
the temperature and say, listen, it's going to be all right. Future looks bright.
Everyone needs to chill the F out, guys. Everyone needs to chill the F out. My friend said that before. I love that guy, but he said everyone needs to just chill out, bro. It's true, guys. Take a couple of deep breaths. Like, bro, relax. People worrying about, will I make 100K this year? Dude, like, just put the work in. You don't even control half the shit in your life. You think you do, but you freaking don't, man.
While everybody else is so scared, the more poised and under control you are, the more opportunities you're going to have.
In your world, you're incredibly famous. In, like, my parents' generation, probably not many of them know who you are. There is, again, in the media, there's now complete parallel lines going on. I've come into your world, and I'm loving it. I find it very liberating. I walk the streets, and it's a much younger type of person who comes up and is really engaged. It's a fascinating place to be doing your stuff, isn't it? Where are we going to be in 5, 10 years? Talk to me about cable news, about newspapers, about traditional media.
Look what happened with all the media companies coming out and saying if your income stays the same, consider that a raise today, right? How many people came in and said your salary is going down? Mehdi Hassan didn't want to renew his contract because they gave him a demotion. He's like, I'm going to go see what I can do on my own, right? Guys getting fired, guys leaving, Maddow's not doing it once. Companies are sitting there saying, I'm not getting the advertisement I got before. This business model doesn't work anymore. CNN Plus raises $300 million to create CNN Plus. They bring this Professor Scott G. Galloway and, Wallace and all these guys, boom, filled like this. $300 million gone, right? And so the transition from cable to podcasting, it's going to be very weird for these guys because in podcasting, independent, you don't get to say, you better pay me this or else this. That's not how this shit works. You got to go try to grind for a year, 2 years, 3 years, fly, go interview this guy, that guy, this guy. One thing goes, boom. Now the interview does 18 million, like, Bassem.
Guys, I did YouTube for 3 years before I get any big opportunity. 3 years before now I got a pretty major opportunity. But 3 years, guys, that's a long time to graft at something. You know what I mean? And I know we just started doing political stuff very recently as well. So you understand that shit takes a long time, guys. You do not expect to blow up in 3 or 5 years, guys. I'm telling you, 10 years it's going to take you. 10 years. Hey, tune back in about 7 years, guys. I'm only at the 3-year mark. Tune in again in about 7 years. Hopefully we're at the top, baby. We're at the top, baby. RTE, everyone. Bro, I'm number one. Numero uno.
From cable to podcasting, it's going to be very weird for these guys because in podcasting, independent, you don't get to say, you better pay me this or else this. That's not how this shit works.
No.
You got to go try to grind for a year, 2 years, 3 years, fly, go interview this guy, that guy, this guy. One thing goes, boom. Now the interview does 18 million, like, Bassem Youssef, 33 million views. How much AdSense money did that bring, right? Just one interview. And then how many do you have over 10 million? You have quite a lot of them. So now for somebody like you, you are a great case study of a guy that can go from there to here. But you're interesting. You push back. You have an element of the mainstream side, but you have an element of Howard Stern, right? So go to the next 4 years. I think the next 4, 8, 12 years. 3 things are keeping cable in business. Boomers, big pharma, sports. Sports is leaving cable. The moment of Miami Dolphins game against Kansas City Chiefs, it was playoff game. I think it was game 1. Got $110 million. Was it Roku? Who was it that gave him? Was it Roku or was it Hulu? Who gave him $110 million game 1? I don't. It was one of those guys that gave him 100 for a playoff game. Charles Barkley gets up and he says, "Look at these greedy people. What are you doing going away from traditional cable? What kind of a thing? I understand this is all about money." I'm sorry, Barkley.
Epic.
Do you do NBA on inside the NBA for free? Was your agent negotiating a bigger contract? Are they? Or you just think just maybe 200 grand a year?
It's market force.
Are you kidding me? The market's disrupting the entire place right now. So sports is going to leave. We're driving the other day, my son and I want to watch Joe Burrow play. Nowhere on TV are they showing the game. I go on Hulu. I'm watching the game of Cincinnati Bengals in Miami and Florida.
That's
in my phone while we're driving. The kids are watching Joe Burrow play the game. It's a very different game. So that's that part. Big Pharma, if they're given money, like the other day you saw John Legend, hey, go get your COVID shot, and they're paying guys like him or Kelsey 10 to 20 million bucks. How much longer is that going to work? And these guys are not getting agitated. And then the last one being the fact that boomers are eventually going to age themselves out of this. My dad's 82 years old. You know where he gets his news? My dad's always here. 82 years old. He's watching this now. He watches podcasts. He watches shows. He tells me, watch this clip, watch that clip. So they're also going through the transition.
True.
No, this game, in the next 4, 8, 12 years, those who can't do this without a teleprompter, who don't know how to push back, who are lazy, who don't do the research, who don't do the...
They're all lazy. I'm much more talented than RTE, News Talk, Virgin Media. Like, they don't even get any views, guys. Go look at my views. I get way more views than Virgin Media, News Talk, you know, and independent views as well. Like, they're getting pushed by the system, guys. Look at other YouTubers. I can't even say their names, guys. You know, they pop up there. I'm subscribed to them. You know, they put out new videos and stuff. Like, I can't even say their names, but they get so many more views than all these other news platforms. I don't have a teleprompter. This is off the cuff.
Reading, who don't go recreate themselves constantly, 80% of them are going to get destroyed, even though if they went to Columbia University or they went to Yale or some fancy journalistic, it doesn't matter today. Market's changing.
True.
Let's talk about the world, because that's changing.
Let's talk about geopolitics for a second.
Geopolitics right now is becoming complex, but you're seeing China, Russia, Iran, North Korea perhaps in that axis. You're seeing the West.
We're about to get kind of heavy here. Stay tuned in. We're about to get kind of heavy here. Stay tuned in, guys.
Aunt Lucy is
Paddington Bear.
So
Do not want to see that. I want to hear about geopolitics. Sorry, Paddington Bear. Not today, brother.
Beginning to change the way it does business, in the sense if you look at the number of Republicans who are vehemently opposed to supporting Ukraine anymore, for example, against a Russian dictator. That wouldn't have been the case 20, 30 years ago. So you're seeing shifting sands, perhaps, in geopolitics. Where are we going to go with this?
I think everybody at day one was like, we'll support him, right? Well, yeah, we'll support him. The one thing that we rarely talk about is, do you know what country in the world has the most natural resources? You know which one it is?
South Africa, Zimbabwe, one of those? No? I could be completely off the mark. South Africa, maybe? Something like that?
It's Russia. Yep.
Oh, Russia. I did actually know that. Guys, I actually knew that. I swear to God.
You know how much they got? 75 trillion.
Damn!
You know who has 75 trillion? Nobody. They're number one. So who do you think is interested in that $75 trillion? Do you think these big companies
South Africa only has like diamonds and stuff? I'm not 100% sure.
in New York who are the Black Rocks, the State Streets, the Vanguards, who they see Ukraine gets destroyed and then they come in and they say JP Morgan Chase and BlackRock got the contract to rebuild Ukraine, a $400 billion contract. Who likes that $400 billion contract? The guys that are lending and the guys that are getting the $400 billion to go rebuild. Who's winning? They're winning. Who's losing? Ukraine's kind of losing, but they're winning. And who's in the way for me to get access to those $75 trillion of resources, natural resources that Russia has? One guy, Putin. We got to get rid of that guy. I need to replace him with somebody that I can buy. I need to replace him with somebody that will give access to those resources. We don't have that right now. This guy's annoying. This Putin guy's a true believer. He's a true OG guy, KGB guy from back in the days that we can't buy this guy. Man, what do we got to do to get rid of this guy? Let's make him into the boogeyman. Let's make him into a bad guy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you he's a saint and, he's a guy that's sweet and, I would sit there.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
And, trust him with everything. I'm not saying that. But to him, Russia's first. Very simple. He's thinking Russia first. And he's in the way a lot of people that want the money. So what I think...
Hold on a sec, guys. Wait right there. Wait right there. Just gotta get one thing, bruh. I'll be back online. Hold up a sec, guys. My bad, guys, if anyone's still there, which you guys probably aren't. But I'm alive. I'm actually real. I'm actually real. Look, I'm moving around, guys. I'm actually real. I'm a real. Wait right there, guys. Oh, everyone's left the chat. Uh-oh. Alright, guys, we're back. Let's get this shit, boy. Let's get this shit. Come on.
you know, a lot of times when stories that come out first, we're easy to fall for the trap. Oh my God, look at the Hamas, Palestine, Israel, you know, Hezbollah, and you know, Houthis, and all they're doing is they're just trying to be there for their people, and they're good people. Two countries in the history of mankind have said death upon America. One is North Korea in the 50s, and the other one is Iran. If you think North Korea and the leader is a dictator who is the worst leader in the world that wants no good for America, why would you think the leaders of Iran would want good? There's only two countries in the world that have said death.
Guys, nobody should be saying death to America. Come on, bro. They give us Pop-Tarts, YouTube. They give us a lot of great things, guys. A lot of great things. Okay, sweets, Twinkies, peanut butter M&Ms. I love it.
Upon America. What are we doing trying to compromise somebody being that straight up with you when they're saying something like that? And then you're seeing that fight taking place. I think, say Trump gets elected, a lot of people will not be happy. Iran will not be happy. You saw Putin endorse Kamala. Putin prefers Kamala. It's an easier person to negotiate. You think Putin really wants Trump? You think Putin really wants to sit down with somebody that knows how to negotiate? He doesn't want somebody like that. He knows that himself. Russia doesn't want that. He knows he's going to bring the terrorists back at a higher level. But I think almost all of us can fall for the trap of immediate reaction to what's going on. And in a month, 3 months, 6 months later, we're like, oof, yeah, I was way off. That's enough. No more money being sent to Ukraine. You guys got to figure this thing out.
What about Israel, Hamas?
What about it? The fact that
how does this get resolved?
Oh, the day he's in there, that's going to get resolved. I asked him the question, when are these things going to be done? Will it be done after inauguration, or will it be done when you're president-elect? He says Ukraine and Russia will be done while I'm a president-elect. And he says Iran and Israel are going to deal with that. But Ukraine and Russia is going to be done when I'm president-elect.
Yeah, man, we don't want to see wars, guys. It's so sad, man. People are dying. It's just so sad. But can't we all just get along? Can't we all just love each other? We need more love in this world. Less of the hate, guys. It's unbelievable, man. There's so much hate when you're a young man. It's like, bro, we need to love each other more. Damn, and not in a gay way. You know, I'm just talking about in like a friendly way, you know?
That means from November 5th to...
I mean, when I say gay, I mean a lame type of way, right? I use that word as like lame, right?
Whatever, January 20, whatever the dates are going to be. No, you need a strong leader for those things to stop. And you saw, you know, think about it this way. In every election you go through, you have to choose to be for someone and be against someone, right? So what happens here? Kamala tries to be for free Palestine and to be for Israel can take care of themselves and they're a #1 ally. Who did she lose? Both of them. Trump comes out and says, no. Here's what we're doing. I am for Israel. I am for Bibi. And guess what? I am for stopping war. And I don't want to see war in the Middle East. Fair enough. The point where Muslim leaders in Michigan come and endorse them. How do you sit there and say, I'm for Bibi and Israel and peace in the Middle East, and I want to stop all the wars, and you get Jew voters, Bill Ackman that converts and goes to, and a bunch of other Jews that are coming for you, and you get Muslim. Do you realize how weird of a thing that is to get Muslim voters that are now more for Trump than they were 4 years ago, and getting more Jews that are for Trump than they were 4 years ago? Isn't it supposedly Democrats that get the Jew vote and a Muslim vote? Most Muslims vote Democrat. Most Jews vote Democrat. They're now leaving, and blacks are leaving. Aren't Democrats the political party that owns the black vote? They own the black vote.
I do think one of the most fascinating parts of this election is Trump, the increase in support for Trump in black and Latino communities is...
Bro, anyone who's alpha or like a masculine guy, black or a Latino man in America is voting for Trump. Like, bro, for real, like there's no one is voting for Kamala, guys. Like, come on, she's not even cool. She's just lame, bro. It's just like can't even speak properly, like just kind of lame. It's like, dude, I don't know, bro.
It's extraordinary. I mean, it's supposed to be the most racist guy that's ever run for president. If he is, why are so many more black and Latino people in America racing to vote for him? Yeah. The two positions are incompatible.
Yeah, because you know, this is the first time. Piers, guy asked me a question. You know, who you should vote for. I said, I don't want to tell you who to vote for, but let me give you something here that 2024 is the easiest time to ever to vote. Why? This is the first time we have 4 years to 4 year resume to compare. I'm Apple. You've been with my company as a CFO for 4 years, and he's been with my company in the past, CFO for 4 years. It's not hard for me to measure which one of you guys was a better CFO. Who saved me more money? who made me more profitable, who helped me have better retention, who prevented more lawsuits, who did a better job. That's the person that's getting the job. This is not a tough election. This isn't where I need more articles to read. Just go study. 4 years under Trump, no war, peace, economy was doing great. People were getting along pre-COVID. Go 4 years over here, what happened with this side? It's very easy. It's not that hard to, that complicated. Even if a person is undecided right now, watching this saying, you know what, that is a good point. If there's two CFO candidates, both have worked for the company, both had the same job, one did better for the company than the other guy, why am I thinking about hiring this person? Am I a dummy to hire this person? No. It's not like this is 2016. Hillary's never been president. Trump's never been president. You can make the...
That's again, guys, like Hillary should not have even run. They should run good people, like good people against Trump. That's how they would win. Next time, 2028, they need to run someone proper if they want to win, guys. Not this Kamala and Hillary Clinton. Like, what, dude? What? Nobody wants those people, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, just anyone else,
the argument, Hillary would be a better president. Why? Because her husband was a two-term president, and he was actually a very good president for a Democrat.
Yeah,
even Republicans.
Yeah, Bill Clinton versus Trump, that would have been more even, but just, you know.
It's kind of like the way he was doing his policies. Him, Newt Gingrich, they got along. So you have an argument to say, I think Hillary would make a better president than Trump. But in this case, you know, they were terrible, and he was great.
Yeah.
It's not a hard vote for 2024.
Patrick, great to see you.
Always good.
I've got to let you go because you've got a certain Yankees game.
Yes, we do. We gotta go. We gotta go get the second victory.
It's great to finally meet you.
Likewise.
And
likewise.
Let's go Yankees, although I like baseball. It's kind of a boring sport. You know, I know it's America's sport, but NFL is way better. The American football is much better.
Best of luck to the Yankees, even though I'm a Dodgers fan.
Listen, I won't hold it against you, but we'll figure it out.
Okay, guys, kind of a cool debate there, but not really much of a debate, let's say. Leave in the comments if you guys want to see any more videos like that. Trumpers need to go out and vote. If Martin Willis turn out to vote in higher numbers, then he can lose the swing states. Stein, I don't know who Stein is. I don't know who that is. But yeah, cool interview, guys. I did like that one. I don't really know what to go on to next because I could just do a MrBeast video. But I wanted to talk about Irish news a little bit, guys. Because I saw this one pulled up again today, man. I couldn't believe this. So people are outraged that Limerick hurler Kyle Hayes awarded GA All-Star despite convictions. So Hayes, who has now been awarded 5 All-Stars in his career, was one of the 3 players shortlisted for Hurling Player of the Year, but lost out on that honor to Claire Shane O'Donnell. Now here's the thing, guys. I actually don't mind this guy getting the GAPWC award because obviously you have to separate your personal life from your sports life. But once again, guys, you know, how about motivating kids to be healthy? Like these people, if they get convicted, the judge should say, because let's get on to their convictions beforehand, but the judge should tell these people that here's the thing. Okay, you've convicted for driving recklessly, violent disorder, beating up people in a nightclub in Limerick. Instead of like giving them like suspended sentences, which he keeps giving them suspended sentences, they should tell them initiatives like, hey, you have to go to every primary school in your county, or you have to go to like every primary school in Dublin and like talk about how not to be violent, talk about like how to be healthy, like stuff like that. You know, we should really be smart. Like the judges should be smarter in this country when it comes to like violent crime and dangerous driving. So he beat up a guy in a nightclub in Limerick. Then he also sped 55 kilometers over the speed limit on the N20. The N20, where is even that? I don't even think I've taken the N20. But you know what I mean? Like lads, there should be more like initiatives. Okay, he overtook multiple vehicles. He overtook 9 vehicles, which is actually kind of legendary. I'm not advocating for that, but that's pretty legendary. Like he's currently appealing his conviction. Grand guy, whatever, but just seems like instead of like awarding these awards from the GA, you know, good looking girlfriend, you know, all that, yeah, everything going for him, right? Except he has all these like convictions of beating up people and stuff, getting too drunk, right? But it's like, dude, just like put the guy in some sort of like scenario or situation where he has to now go to you know, schools and colleges and give like lectures on like how to be a better person. That's embarrassing. People need to be embarrassed, guys. Like if you're not embarrassed about your stuff, like if you know, then you'll never change. You know, I think when Conor McGregor beat somebody up or broke somebody's phone, they gave him in New York, they gave him, I think, like he had to go to a church and clean up a church. He had to like do all these other sort of sort of like cool things for the community. You know what I mean? It should be more community based rather than just giving him a 3-year stint in jail. I think that really doesn't do anything. But if you embarrass the guy, say, okay, now you have to go around to all the colleges and go to all the schools, then it would be just make more of an impact, guys. I don't know. I just feel like that is just ridiculous, bro. Like that whole, whatever, putting people in jail is just kind of stupid. But it says now he's been awarded 5 All-Stars in his career, 3 players shortlisted for Hurler Player of the Year, but lost out to Clare's Shane O'Donnell. Hayes celebrated his award at a bash. That's a good word to use, at a bash. He's bashing dudes' heads in. He celebrated his award at a bash in the RTS in Dublin. Hold up. On Friday, alongside other hurling and football All-Star winners. There was a significant criticism on social media over the weekend. Yeah, a lot of people criticized it. Where's that post that I liked? I put up a post, but I actually kind of take it back. Now I'm looking more into it. He should do some sort of look. Well-known animal rescuer Katrina Lowry, who runs the Hilltop Animal Sanctuary, said, thinking of his victim, the ones he could have killed, the one he pursued like a wild animal hunting, the ones whose life he changed forever because of him. No award will ever change what he chose to do that night. What if he was your son or brother? Shame belongs to you now. Yeah, it's just bro, it's pretty bad. I think he beat up, he was given a 2-year suspended sentence after he was convicted of 2 counts of violent disorder in the Icon nightclub in Limerick City, which I've never been to, but sounds like great crack. He also ordered to pay compensation to the young carpenter who was left with serious facial injuries. Now here's the thing: we don't know what happened in court. The guy could have been an asshole to him, and he could have said, "F you, you think you're this big hurler guy," and he could have got him fired up, right? Which probably did happen. Let's be honest, guys. I've never, gotten into a fight with someone unless I said some dumb shit, right? It takes 2 to tango, okay? There's probably 2 people wrong in this case, but, it also could have been that he was also a bit of a bully. He's fighting these guys who are short, fat guys. I saw a picture of the guy he beat up. He's not athletic whatsoever, whereas this Kyle Hayes guy, or Luke Hayes, whatever his name is one of the most athletic people in the whole country, right? So it's kind of a bit of a unfair sort of bullying tactic, in my personal opinion, guys. You know what I mean? So he should be given a second chance, of course, guys. You gotta understand, people like to scrap and fight. My whole thing is just if he's bullying people, I feel like it's just a bit beating up fat guys. It just seems a bit like a bully thing. But here's the thing, guys: put people in for some kind of rehabilitation and put them onto a sort of a different, I think, way of rehabilitating people, guys. Not just straight up insulting people and flipping, putting them in jail and this kind of thing, guys. I just think it just doesn't do anything for anyone. Anyways, let's move off that Irish story. If anyone wants me to react to any more Irish stories, let me know. If not, guys, let's just watch this MrBeast video, because I haven't watched a MrBeast video in a long time, dude. In a very, very long time. Maybe 2 months ago, maybe a little bit sooner than that, but I can't remember the last time I watched MrBeast. So let's get on to some MrBeast and let's see what he's talking about, okay? Because I was going to do Irish news stories, but that's kind of the only one, the guy beating up people. So let's get it, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're about to hit 1 million subscribers this year. Hopefully 1 million subscribers. Let's go.
I'm about to show you what a $500,000 experience looks like. I promise this is going to blow your mind. In this video, you will find out why it cost $250,000 to simulate going to space. Why it cost $50,000 to explore the depths of our oceans. Whoa! It's coming right at us. And every other experience we tried along the way. I'm standing on top of the tallest building in the world! The way down to the cheapest experience I could find. Riding a camel. How long can I ride this camel for $1?
$1, 2 minutes.
Deal.
Yeah.
That's a great $1 experience.
Yeah. Hold on tight.
Wait, hold on tight. Why? Oh my God. I wanted to ride camels in Egypt, but they're way more than $1, so I'm gonna throw the pyramids up in post. Yo! Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Dude, this is a workout to stay on this thing.
I mean, I'm so high up in the sky.
Now you know what
I feel like the intensity of the videos kind of takes away from it a little bit. Jacksepticeye, who's an Irish YouTuber, he said, he doesn't like doing these videos because if he liked doing these videos, they'd be longer. And I agree, guys. I love doing YouTube. I'm streaming for the last, hour and a half. I love just streaming. I love just being online. I love it, guys. But I don't know. I don't know. Does MrBeast actually love doing these videos? Because if he did love to do them, they'd be longer videos, right? Just seems like really intense and hype for like not much. I don't know, not much really going on. I don't know.
It's like to be me and Chandler.
Okay.
Well, $1 only got us 2 minutes, and that time is up. Let's go have dinner in the sky. For $10,000, you can go 3,000 feet in the sky with a chef who uses this hot air balloon as her kitchen. You can see the shadow from the balloon over there in the field.
Dude.
This is a little higher than I expected, I'm not gonna lie.
But this isn't your everyday dinner at 3,000 feet in the air. This Michelin star chef uses the flame from the hot air balloon itself to literally cook the food for the meal she's preparing.
MrBeast.
Oh,
Yo! That's our next course of food, bro.
now we're about to have fish that they cooked with the fire from the hot air balloon. Oh, thank you. Oh my God.
Jimmy, this is amazing.
Look how beautiful it is down there. Such an amazing view while we eat.
This fish never dreamed of being this high up.
If you got an extra 10 grand and want to impress a girl, I would recommend this. Every single one of
Bro, nobody's paying 10,000 for that. Come on, bro.
these 10 gourmet courses was phenomenal. But I still had one question I needed to ask. As a Michelin star chef, what do you think of this Feastables bar?
Very good and balanced. And what I like is the crunch in the chocolate.
Feastables is now Michelin star approved. The 10K experience was very beautiful.
Amazing.
I mean, just shameless marketing. We talk, you know what I mean? Cause like, you know, YouTube. I want to get the whole YouTube experience in Canada, you know, America. Bro, the bar cost like $4.70 or something. It was like $3.70. Like, bro, I'm not paying $4 for a flipping. I'm not paying €4. And then in Ireland, like down the street, it was flipping like €4. I'm not paying €4 for a flipping MrBeast chocolate bar. Like, bro, come on.
Up next is the 50K experience. And Chandler and Carl have no idea what I have in store for them. What do you think of the yacht?
I think it's beautiful. It's pretty.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think it cost 50 grand for the day? No.
Okay.
So look over there. We're gonna go on a submarine expedition.
Oh, no more billionaires in submarines, guys. You know what I mean? No more billionaires in submarines.
You guys ready to explore the floor of the ocean? Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Oh my. What? We're not doing that.
Let's head over.
Okay.
Come on. Let's go explore the floor of the ocean.
Okay. All right.
This is awesome. Wow, I can already see fish. Look, we haven't even gone down yet.
Look, it's a barracuda.
You guys want to scrape the floor of the ocean? We can. We can do anything. We have this entire submarine to ourselves and can explore whatever we want.
Let's do everything.
Except crash it. You're not allowed to do that.
Okay.
And to make sure...
Or implode it. Bro, do not go on flipping some sort of crazy submarine. This is wild.
We got the very best angles down here. We paid scuba divers to follow the submarine. Isn't this cool? Let's communicate with them. Shark behind. Everyone freak out, okay? Start freaking out. Got him! And while we're underwater, Tariq and Nolan are also on a $50,000 safari in Africa. And we're gonna see if we see more cool creatures down here than they do over there.
Spoiler, we will.
This is gorgeous.
All right, let's go find the king of the jungle.
We cannot leave Africa until we see a lion. Do you understand?
I do understand. Why did you point at me like that?
Oh, we're on! Yo, it's Boom! You scared him!
Oh.
Scared him.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't yell. I'm not supposed to yell.
Zebras!
I feel like zebras would taste good. Like if I
I feel like they're missing somebody from the staff, guys. Who are they missing from this?
was a lion, I'd always go for a zebra. They just look thick.
What? Bro, this is so worth $50,000.
Yeah, this is so worth Jimmy's $50,000.
Wait, Carl, what if instead of being a ship, that's a submarine?
We're taking this thing back up immediately.
Wow! Look how close we are to those rocks. Whoa! Is it okay how close we are?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. But we weren't the only ones getting up close and personal.
Zebras, where you going? Hey, buddy, wait! Don't go! Come back!
Tariq, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Well, there's two right behind you.
Oh, they are unnervingly close.
They're very close.
Oh, it's awfully close. It is coming towards us.
We just got charged by an elf.
It's the coolest thing ever. Look at him. That thing is a unit. That's my dad. This is way cooler than a submarine. I'd rather see this than a fish.
I feel like this video, I feel like MrBeast videos are just kind of boring, dude. Like, I hate to be like a hater, bro. But like, if you guys watch iShowSpeed, or if you guys watch any of these other guys, they're so entertaining, bro. This is just dead content, bro. Like Kai Cenat. Like, I feel like this is it's just kind of boring, bro.
Also, my heart's beating out of my chest right now.
And that was the 50K experience. What we have coming up next is even better. This thing pales in comparison to the $250,000 zero gravity experience. This company will fly you up and then nosedive, creating a zero gravity environment inside the plane.
The $250,000 experience starts now.
Oh, my water! Oh my god! What is going on upside down? Oh my god! Oh, I can't stop floating! Go on!
Bro, I don't know if I'm getting old. This shit is just whack, bro. It's so boring, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta skip on. Shit's so boring, bro. Like, I don't even know. Like, there's just no... There's no substance to it. You know what I mean? I hate to be like a hater. I'm not a hater, guys. I love MrBeast and everything, but the videos are just... I like his reaction videos. Maybe I'm just a reacting kind of guy, but... Yeah, it's just not that... It's not that
After
good,
going all around the entire world to film this video, we're at the $500,000 experience!
This is the craziest view of ever.
Unlike any spectacle seen before in the history of mankind, my friends and I are about to see what $500,000 can allow you to experience in the most luxurious metropolis in the entire world, the city of Dubai. A place carved from the desert, but created for pleasure. And at the end of this video, I'm going to become one of the few individuals in history to stand on top of the tallest building in the world.
We went all out. It is going to blow your mind. Let's go have some fun.
How are we here?
So after we found our way off this 500-foot picture frame, we made our way over to this castle of a hotel.
Whoa!
Wow.
This is insane.
Water in our backyard.
The first two floors of this hotel room are magnificent, but the coolest one by far is the third level that's completely underwater. Whoa. Welcome to Atlantis. We love you all, except for you, Carl.
Sorry, man.
He went into a thing with sharks just to make fun of me.
For the record, there's over 80 sharks in this tank. And later in this experience, we're actually going to be swimming with them. And for the cherry on top to wrap all
Yeah, Dubai is fire, right?
this up,
Come on.
we're gonna go skydiving.
No way. Dude, falling from thousands and thousands of feet in the air.
Don't worry about that. Let's go race F1 cars.
Yeah.
And what better place to do so than at the Dubai Autodrome, home to some of the fastest cars
That's
in the entire
fire.
city. Just
Come
grab
on,
whatever
bro.
car you want. Let's go race. All right, let's go. And I called up some of the biggest local creators to have a field day with these supercars. Let's have some fun.
They're going so fast.
And this is just the first of many experiences we're going to be doing here. We are just getting started.
I'm ready to race.
Oh, we're about to lap someone. We're catching up to them.
Oh no, Jimmy! No! No!
Come on, Grandma.
I don't think my mom will be happy watching me race.
I don't think she could drive slower if she wanted to.
That's illegal, okay? That's really illegal.
While my friends and I were pretending to be race car drivers, Carl was getting ready.
Bro, this is so boring. I don't know, does he like get people to react to his videos? But if he's watching, I mean, he's not gonna watch this, but I'm saying if people know him, like they should just tell him that get people to react to your videos, like, because bro, this just is kind of just, I don't even know, guys.
I think I just unplugged by accident.
Well, before this guy turns me into fish food, let's go get our own dinner at a restaurant straight out of the future. Hello, everybody.
Jamie, you sitting there?
What is
Oh,
this?
fire, okay.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever sat at a restaurant this far away from my friends.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself for a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Oh! Whoa. We will start with our first appetizer. Take it in one bite.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What if I
What?
don't like it? Is it good?
This is amazing.
That whole plate was just that one bite?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, what is going on? Whoa, shoot.
Whoa. It's like a Call of Duty mission.
Am I getting hacked?
I thought this was a restaurant, not a
Call of Duty mission.
movie theater. I don't know what's going on. This 9-course meal is surrounded by full 360 interactive visuals that change based on the dish.
Yo!
Whoa. Wait, does it? Oh, it responds to your touch. Boys, we're now defending Earth.
I'm impressively bad at this.
But even though the room was impressive,
Dude, they're getting tripped up on my water right now. Look at that!
it was the one-of-a-kind food and drinks that made this experience truly unique.
You can touch the glass, it will react with you.
We got to try 9
What the-
mouth-watering courses, from freshly caught seafood. Whoa.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's
Golden
sick.
Wagyu burger. You approve?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we
That's
found one chandler
fire.
legs. They even had one final course specialized just for us.
Who is that?
Dude, it's Chandler.
That is not. Bro, that is not me.
But anyways, let's keep the experience going. All we have left before I literally fall out of the sky and climb the tallest building on Earth is to test my fear of heights at a pool suspended in the sky. Look at this view. Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
Whatever you're seeing right now does not do this justice.
No way.
Standing over 600 feet in the sky, this 360-degree infinity pool gives you a breathtaking view of every square inch of the city. Let's hop on in, boys.
Yeah, I'm getting in.
That island behind me is man-made. Everything about this is mind-blowing. Now we're gonna stick this bad boy over the ledge.
Jesus, man.
Check out the view.
Is that not amazing?
We're on top of Dubai.
All right, guys, it's time we fall from the sky.
Dude, you're just falling to the earth.
No, you're falling to this man-made island.
Oh my god, I'm so scared.
Buckle up, because what you're about to witness is the sky.
Skydiving for a YouTube video? I don't know, bro. Like, skydiving is pretty tame, bro. Like, I know a lot of people that have been skydiving.
I'm not doing it.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't ask Chandler to join me on the biggest Did Chandler not jump?
Where's Chandler?
Chandler either didn't jump or splatted on the ground.
Oh god, I hope he didn't jump. Sorry, Jimmy, I'm not doing it.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't ask Chandler to join me on the biggest experience of this whole video.
4 advertisements in a video. Oh my god. Bro, Jimmy is taking a piss on this one, bro. Bro, no way, bro. No way, bro. 4 advertisements on a video like this? Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Bruh.
Earth. And to wrap up.
Jimmy, I'm not doing it.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't ask Chandler to join me on the biggest experience of this whole video. Because behind me is the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building on Earth. And to wrap up this experience, I'm gonna go stand all the way on top of it. The first step of reaching the peak of this 2,700-foot building is taking a series of elevators over 160 stories into the sky. But as for the remaining 900 feet, I had no choice but to climb to the top myself.
This thing is tall. Whew. There's a lot of ladders. I underestimated how hard it is to get up to the top.
But even after a full hour of climbing, there was still a lot of skyscraper left to go.
I thought I finally made it to the top, but there's still a lot left.
Oh my
This thing
god,
never
bro.
ends.
Step by step, I started to question whether I really wanted to keep going.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Surely we're almost there. Take that as a no.
But despite all
Bro, you need to get some flipping prime in you. Get some flipping prime or water, maybe?
all this endurance, I reminded myself that this was my moment to be one of the few individuals ever to experience standing on top of the tallest building on Earth. I knew there was no turning back.
All right, home stretch. Woo! All right. I made it! I am standing on top of the tallest building in the world! This is insane! Holy crap, I am high up. Oh, this is terrifying. Oh, I shouldn't have looked down. That's scary. I might puke. I'll admit, Feastables tastes better on the ground. Because on the ground, I'm not on the verge of passing out. I'm so afraid of heights. I find time and time again that when I face my fears, I usually end up enjoying it and learning a lot about myself. I'm very grateful for this experience. And
I wonder, could you see the curve of the Earth right there? For all you flat earthers, I wonder, could you see the curve of the Earth? I'm sure he could, right? That's unbelievable.
I would encourage you guys to go outside your comfort zone. Do something you wouldn't normally do. I think you'll end up enjoying it and learn a lot about yourself. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed all the effort we put in this video. I love you guys.
That was the most underwhelming video I've ever watched in my life. That was absolute dog shit, guys. That was just absolute dog shit, guys. Yeah. How many views does it have? Hold up.
I'm about to show.
Okay, 9 million views in 3 hours. That's still a pretty good success. It's still a pretty good success, but brother, that was not good. That was not good. Oh my days, bro. What do you guys want to see, man? Chat, tell me what you guys want to see. I'm around here for another 30 minutes or so. I need to take a piss. What do you guys want to see, guys? That was terrible. What's the name of this video? Piers Morgan versus Patrick Bet-David and Irish news reactions. See, I can't use Twitter because on Twitter it would... Let's go into RT News and see if we get any news stories from RTE News. My favorite broadcasting news station in the world, of course. Thousands of troops. Oh yeah, here we're just talking about news topics all day. I'll give you guys some funny dialogue. Let's do that, guys. But first, let me take a piss real quick. Stay tuned. We're gonna be reacting to the news, guys. Stay tuned. Let me just take a quick piss. God damn it. Alright, gang, we back. We is back, gang. Alright. So, thousands of troops deployed as Spain death toll hits 211. I actually think that that was like a psyop, guys. I think that somebody told me before that basically they cut a deal with a different country and then they used a direct energy weapon to actually create a tornado. Guys, they had a twister, a tornado. You don't get twisters in tornadoes in Spain. I don't know if anyone's from Europe. I know most people are probably from the US or like India or something, or Southeast Asia, but bro, we don't get tornadoes in flipping, we don't get tornadoes in flipping Spain. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. God, this is such a boring website. I've never actually been on RT's website. Such a boring website, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Sport, entertainment. Let's get some entertainment, guys. Alright. Cast a Journey, Oasis. Oasis are whack. Never heard of that comedian. Schlo News Day today, lads. Schlo News Day today. Peaky Blinders. I mean, come on, bro. Jennifer Lopez defends Puerto Ricans. Everybody loves Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a beautiful country, of course. Saoirse Ronan says reaction to viral clip is wild. She made a remark about G-based violence. Bambi Thug. Let's look at some Bambi Thug, shall we, guys? And what else, bro? Young Thug. Oh, yeah, free Young Thug. That's funny. Young Thug actually got freed, guys. He actually got let off, which I think he probably should have. I think he learned his lesson. You know what I mean? There was anything that serious. Young Thug, I think it was just like... So, he pleaded guilty to gang, drug, and gun charges, but he's going to be released from jail. But he has a 15-year suspended sentence. Guys, that means that if he commits a crime in 15 years, he's going straight to jail. But, bro... Oh, hold up. The judge imposed a sentence of... Hold up. That's not what I'm reading. The judge imposed a sentence on Jeffrey Williams. Young Thug's real name is Jeffrey. But 40 years, with the first 5 to be served in prison, but commuted to time served, followed by 15 years on probation. That's crazy. If he successfully completes the probation without any violations, another 20 years will be commuted to time served. So he'll have to serve 20 years if he basically just does anything crazy, guys. Which is that's a long time, bro. Bambi Thug, what should I say? Bambi Thug talks to RT Entertainment about the wild year post-Eurovision, being an Irish mammy to the young fan base. Not actually a mother. And her new single, Fantastic, which I actually reacted to, guys. Go check that out. Is a clapback to their critics. It was actually a good song. You know, I personally thought that. Bambi Thug is in the high spirits as we chat about the Irish Like of Crown the Witch tour. It's been amazing, the community we've built, and my fans are incredible. I honestly kindly think they're the best fans in the world. Bro, I'm so excited I get to finish here in home soil, especially finishing Cork. Cork by... What do you guys think of Bambi Thug, man? Bambi Thug is kind of... I said in all my reactions is like hella demonic music, honestly, but I don't really know too much anymore, guys. I might even just leave it there. Getting kind of tired. What do you guys want to see, man? If you guys don't want to see anything, then, bro, I'm just gonna bounce, bro, honestly. Because I don't really want to react to any music on this. I just want to leave this live stream. I want to leave these live streams for like political stuff, and I'll have my live streams political. And then I'll have my videos like entertainment and stuff like that. That's how I'm going to split them up, guys, if you all want to know that. So stay tuned. That's going to be legendary. Let's see. DCT, guys. Dublin City today. Shout out to him, man. 733,000 subscribers. It's huge. Mostly music, which I cannot react to. What other Irish content is there, bro? I was reacting to Irish podcasts, but nobody wants to hear me react to podcasts. I mean, it's just like everything really is just me talking about music pretty much. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I love you all. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, I love these podcasts, but honestly, I'm not really going to be reacting to podcasts because that's kind of whack. What else can I do on live stream? I'm gonna go eat something because I'm starving. I didn't have dinner yet. Bro, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys want to see. If you guys want to get some motivational shit going. I did a lot of motivational stuff in the chat with Patrick Bet David. I like this guy too. He's a motivational kind of guy. I like that motivational shit, guys. You know, I like that kind of get you fired up, get you motivated for the week. I love that stuff, guys. I love to do it with my clients, my personal training clients as well, of course. You know, I like to see people getting motivated to work hard and do stuff like that, guys. So if you guys want to be part of a good gang, man, subscribe, hit that flipping post notification bells so you get all my releases. And also check out my Patreon. I have new shirts as well if you guys want to buy merch. I have brand new merch. Let's look at my merch for a while, guys. So I do personal training as well, but I love the YouTube, of course, with my merch and stuff like that. So and I'll actually review my channel with you guys. I'll break down my channel a little bit. So if you guys go to my store here, you can get County Gains official merch. Okay, this is premium material, not this shit material, guys. Actually premium material. It says County Gains Gang. All right, that's basically a reference to... That's a reference to me, guys. County Gains, along with you guys. But I like the colors, guys. The sage, because that's my favorite color, actually, the sage. I'm going to buy that one. I have a black one, of course. And I'm going to buy an XL. I'm actually probably going to get a 2XL. I like that double XL, guys, because I'm a big boy. A little bit bigger. And yeah, guys, look at the same. County Gains Gang. Look at that. Beautiful. 1916. And that's an actual Irish flag right there, guys, in the center. Just so everybody knows you're Irish, bro. You know what I mean? You're representing the country. And then we have this Alien Loves Ireland classic t-shirt, bro. We got that in white. Got that in black. And then we got that in green as well for all you alien motherfuckers. Yeah, look at that, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. Aliens Love Ireland. That is a AI generated, but it was, my friend tweaked it. I love that, guys. The merch is fire. The merch is absolutely fire, guys. Go cop that shit. And I might actually make another t-shirt, make it really kind of low-key, because some people don't like big like logos here. I like big logos, guys, you know, the Manscaped and shit. I like all that. But and then also, of course, if you guys go to my description, I have my fitness coaching, which I have about 8 clients right now. If you guys want more fitness coaching, fill out my fitness coaching application. Okay, goal for your fitness journey: build muscle. Have you trained before? Specific requirements, your email, your Instagram, your name, and I'll get back to you ASAP, guys. All right, and then we'll get you guys jacked. Okay, the winter arc we're in right now basically is all about, I would say, you know, bulking up, guys. Putting on some size for the winter. It's very cold this part of the world. In Europe, it's getting cold, guys. You know, we're in November 2nd. So if you guys are cold, man, if you know, and you want to bulk up a little bit, hit my fitness plans up, guys. and yeah, show some love, man. But yeah, man, let's see the comment here. Thunderball McGully I'm Atlanta. I'm a Trump guy. I've been to 4 rallies. I want to thank all you guys in the EU who support freedom. We'll see you and love you all. God bless you all. God bless you, Thunderball. My main man, Thunderball. I appreciate that. And let's just look through my content a little bit here. Oh, this video flopped. Okay. So most of the content that I've been putting up lately, I've been getting a ton of comments. Since I hit 100K, the comments have been going wild. Like way more like probably like triple the comments. It's just been crazy, guys, like crazy. So I appreciate the love and support. Ben Scallon destroys. So I try and do the political stuff, but I'm not really massive on doing political videos on my normal videos. I like to leave them for my live stream. So The Weeknd, 2.4 in a few hours. Tom McDonald, 2,600, 2,000. Baby Monster, I would have thought that would be bigger. Exhibit, Hanumankind, Baby Monster. The videos are going okay, and then the Green Party announces the election. 4,000. Bam Meat Dog, 100. Some of the videos get like 100 views, and some of the videos 7.5 thousand views. Like some of them are really good, and some of them are pretty shit. Like it's crazy, man. 2.1, 420, nothing. 500, 600, 75, 600, 550, 200. Oh man, Exhibit coming back was fire. Much love to French the Kid. We love French the Kid. Hollywood Undead are fire. Nelt Boys on the Trump Force one. Then we have my other political video, 5.6 thousand views. For all my political videos, I get about 5,000 views, around that number, 5,000 to 10,000 views for the past like year. Bassem Youssef, of course, Free Palestine, guys, of course. Want to be on the right side of history, not the wrong side. 6,000 views. Putri Ariani, 5.4 thousand views. Linkin Park, 6.1 thousand views. Eminem, 1,000 views. Eminem at the Kamala Harris rally. My guy Travi Beast, 120 views. Don't know how that doesn't have more views, man. Some of these videos should get way more, but I post probably too much, guys. 700, 400, 400, 1.5, 1.1, 4. Allergy, Vanda, of course, Vanda, we love Vanda. 200. Ice Cube's brand new song, 1,000 views. Should have more views. That's crazy, man. Rose with Bruno Mars, 20,000 views. That's pretty good. It's okay. It's okay. Like that video should have probably 100,000 views. But Bootsy Ariani, Queen Herbo, Ghost, and Ja One, Legends, You Ain't Ever, 100 views. Don't know how that doesn't have more views, man. It's crazy. 2.4 on Money Ties. It's like so hit and miss, guys. And I noticed if I give the videos time to breathe, they get way more views. But I just don't really like to do that. I just like to work my ass off, guys. I want to put out more videos, more work, whatever. 2.2 for Easy Mill, Corday, Dax, 500, Shakira, 10,000, Pablo, 1,000, Pablo, 6,000, Nord, 6,000, Travi, 55. Damn, that's fuck all views, man. Upchurch. The views are on the up and up, guys. Like, the channel is going in the right direction. I just hope you guys all enjoy the videos, man. Honestly, like, I feel like I just love music. Putting a shitload of work in, guys. I love this. 20,000 views, 13,000 views. Dubzino, Legend, Green Party. Like, I noticed that my political videos get way more views than normal, guys. It's wild, man. The political stuff gets way more views, man, than most of my, well, some of my content. I'd say the average amount of views from all videos is like, what, 2,000 maybe? Because a lot of them get 100 views, like shit views, 10,000, 200. Yeah, shit, guys. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, man. I'm definitely going to do some more political stuff, but I just didn't line anything up after the Piers Morgan interview. It was a dope interview, but that's about it, guys. I don't really have too much more lined up on that one. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I love you all. Drop a comment down below. Way more to come from me. I'm going to be trying to live stream like all the time, guys. I want to live stream like a lot, guys. So much love. I love you guys all, man. Subscribe.